What's up guys, it's me again, and welcome back to the channel. Today we dive back into the Wordle series. Today we dive back into Fibble. Here we go, starting with Freak. It's also the 1000th Fibble, just as a fun fact, I guess. What should we guess, maybe break? Okay, there's a contradiction, so this R... Sorry, there's a lie in the R, so the E and the A are both in the word and there's no K. So either there is an R there and there is a B somewhere, or there's no B and there's no R. Well, I guess there could be a B if it's at the start. But we do know there's an A and an E, which is really good. I want to investigate the B and the R some more, so let's guess, like, broke. No, let's not guess broke. Let's guess brine, because now we can at least get some new letters, and if the E does happen to be gray, we get a contradiction. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the B is a lie here. In one of these two places, the B is a lie, so the R is correct in both, because it's the same. Therefore, this R is a lie, this B is the lie, and that's fine. Now, either there is an E and it's at the end making this a lie because it should be orange, or it's correct and there should be an I or an N that's actually colored something. I'm not sure which one yet. We'll figure that out as we go though. Let's investigate the E and the A some more. How about steak? Because again, we could get a K, that could help. We didn't. And then snake, or maybe not snake. How about shake? So the A is a liar in one of these two spots, so that means the E is right, the K is right. Obviously the K is right, never mind. The S is right, and then, ooh, okay, interesting. So there's either an H here or a T somewhere. How do we figure that out? I need to investigate the I and the N some more to figure out what to do with that too. So let's guess crane, because we could get the R or the E or the A to be a lie. The C is just new, but the N could be good, let's see. Dang, okay, that actually kind of sucks. We do have a lie between these two words, but unfortunately that doesn't really help. Let's go through some possibilities now. So say the H was correct, making this A lie. So there'd be an A, it's just not there. There's an H second. There's also an E somewhere that isn't third or fifth, meaning it's probably going to be fourth. So it'd be something like something H, something E, something, with an A in the word somewhere. And that would mean the T is a lie. Presumably it should be gray. But there also has to be an I or an N, actually, too. And in this case, this A is a lie, which means the N would be correct. So there is an N somewhere. I guess we can put it at the end? But even if we don't put it last, that doesn't leave a ton of options, because, I mean, it can't really be third. Because, like, what's that gonna spell? And first isn't any better, so really, there's not a ton of options here. I mean, it can't be three consonants in a row, because there'd be no C as well in that case. I don't think this is possible. So I'm going to say that the H is the lie and there is a T. I'm not going to mark it because we can't be sure, but if this H is a lie, then the A is third. So the word looks something like this. And presumably E is second now, so maybe like that. But there is a T. And if that A is telling the truth, then there's either a C and an N, or neither. And I'm leaning toward neither, because if there is a T, we can't really leave that one too. So if the N is a lie, that means there's an I, but where do you put it then? Let's try react. I want to see what that gives us. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the R is again correct. The A is now true because one of these two C's, either this one or this one, is a lie. And the A is consistent, so that's correct. Meaning this A is a lie. There is a T. The H is indeed the lie. Now, if the E is telling the truth, it means it has to go first, because it can't be... Well, I guess it could go fourth, but A, E like that just isn't that likely, probably. So I think it would have to be first. Now, if the E was indeed the lie, then we know it is second. The C would be telling the truth, which means it would have to go first. And then there'd have to be an N, because this C would be a lie, but it'd have to be fourth. So that's impossible. This E is telling the truth. I'm pretty sure that means the C is the liar, because if the C is telling the truth, that means there's a C somewhere else in the word. But if the C is first, no, that doesn't work at all, because you'd have to put E fourth. And again, there still has to be either an I or an N in the word, guaranteed. Oh, wait a minute, actually, there's another possibility I forgot about. This B could technically be a liar, because it could be orange. If there's a B at the start, how would that work? I really want to get a contradiction with the IN thing there, but I don't know what to do with it. I mean, we could guess something like boing, but that's really scary, because the G could just be the liar and we'd have no idea. I don't know, let's go for it. Okay, finally we get a contradiction. This I is telling the truth. There's no I in the word. Yeah, now these B's are truthful because this N is either a liar here or here, so that's fine. In fact, it's this one we know. So there is an N. There's an N, there's an E, there's an A, and there's a T. That's confusing. So can there be an O then? I don't think there can be an O, because if there's an O, in fact, if there's an O, there's also a G. So this is definitely the liar, this is truth. Okay, so now it just comes down to positions, because we know there's an N, there's an A, there's an E, which means this is truthful. This is a liar? Oh, hold on a minute. That's weird. So there is a C in the word then. I think the E has to be first, but there's an N. Hold on, what? Something's definitely wrong here. Oh, is also a liar. The word is enact, isn't it? Because if this is the liar, this is truthful, I think enact fits. I'm gonna go for it. Yes! Oh man, that was a tough one. That was a tough puzzle, especially with the guesses I made and like the lies that showed up, but that is what makes Fibble interesting. And that is going to end this video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe for more. I would really appreciate it if you could do that. Ring the bell so you don't miss a beat, and I will see you next time.